So this gentleman is going viral because he was at Kroger's and he's asking, are black women in the grocery store not speaking anymore? He saw a black young lady and he said hello. And she pretended that she did not see him. This is the problem with older men in our community. They're so out of touch. They have no real idea what the hell is happening. And if you look at the response videos from women, one of the main things that they're saying is, if he had purchased her groceries, she would have spoke to him and said hello. Absolutely not. Buy your own damn food. Buy your own damn groceries. You was being nice, courteous, having good manners, saying hello, how are you doing? Now I gotta buy your groceries. You guys have lost the absolute plot. And that is why I am sitting in Panama and I see black men all over the place, going to different parts of South America, going to Africa, going to Asia, because they're tired of the entitlement. The entitlement is breathtaking, to say the least. You telling me, for someone to be courteous, have good manners, and to be nice, and speak back and say hello, how are you? You have to buy their groceries. Diabolical work, gentlemen. Passport Bros trips, booking down.
Get to the chopper!
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, hope you subscribe. So there's an older brother that has gone viral for asking women why they don't speak back in the grocery store. And when I tell you, oh my God, ladies, y'all really got some dumb takes. Y'all are really reaching. And this is going to be a good example of women pretty much weaponizing victimhood to try to justify why they feel the way that they feel, and along with some other bullshit ass responses as well. But before we do that, I'm going to play the original video, you guys, and then share the women's responses, as well as him responding to all the women that responded to him towards the end of the video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
So I just came out of Kroger's to buy some groceries for next week. And I've got a question. God's had me in this period of isolation these last few months. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss the memo. So what is it with a lot of, I said a lot of, many of them, not all of them, black women in the grocery store, you look them right in the face and you say hello and they act like you didn't say anything. Am I missing something, or is there a memo that I did not hear about? This is Dr. Dex. Remember, Dr. Dex loves you.
I mean, it seems pretty harmless, right? And he seemed genuinely concerned. But when I started coming across some of these responses, I was just kind of like, y'all ladies are reaching, and y'all have to use the most extreme examples to try to justify y'all point. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into these reactions. I'm gonna just let them rock out, man. Let's get it.
They act like you didn't say anything. Am I missing something, or is there?
What you're missing, kind sir, is that, and you and a lot of other black men are missing this piece, this one piece right here. We don't owe you anything. We don't owe you a hello. We don't owe you a pleasantry. We don't owe you a look. Let's be clear. I think black men have it really, really confused that some way, somehow, we are y'all's amusement, that black women are your amusement and entertainment. We are not here to be your entertainment. Now, speaking in terms of saying hello, I live in the South. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm from New York, but I could understand pleasantries in the morning or good afternoon. But when I'm in a store looking for Quaker Oats and I'm trying to do what I need to do to get home, to get dinner on the table or to do some homework or whatever it is that I have to do as a black woman, trying to just make it home safely, you think I want to talk to you in the grocery store at nighttime? You think I'm going to talk to you in a parking lot or somewhere where I'm by myself? Like, I don't think y'all understand really and truly how unsafe it is for some of us to engage with y'all men. Y'all don't get it. Y'all will never understand it. Y'all always think that black women don't like y'all, don't want to talk to y'all, or stink or rude or mean. We're not. We just have to be safe. We just have to think about what we say and how we say things. So sometimes we don't say anything at all. With that being said, the brothers, the men, the black men, more specifically, why don't y'all talk to the young man in the Kroger that is bagging you up or checking you out? Why don't you talk to him? Why don't you ask him what he's doing this year besides working for the summer? Why don't you ask him what college he's going to? Why don't you ask him, hey, there's an internship at my job, in my company that I can help you with? Talk to the brothers, talk to the young men. Talk to yourselves. Hey, brother, how you doing? Yeah, talk to them. Stop trying to talk to us about nonsense and acting like because we don't give you a hello back, that is so detrimental. Don't nobody want to talk to y'all. Talk to each other, because I think that's what y'all really need to be doing.
And you know what? With that kind of attitude, I wouldn't even want to talk to you. But you know what? She's 100% right. They don't owe us a hello. They don't owe us anything. But these are the same women that act like we owe them protection. Am I not wrong about that? Just the way she ended that rant, I wouldn't be surprised if she's one of those women who complain about not getting protection from random strangers, the same strangers that you say that are dangerous to you. Y'all over here picking bears and shit, but then want to sit over here and get mad when don't nobody want to approach y'all or protect y'all asses. Rants like that is the reason why black women are the least protected. But you gonna see some more of this. Check this out.
Black women in the grocery store, you look them right in the face.
I never have a hot take, but I definitely have a hot take on this one. So let's give you a brief synopsis. This man alleges that he went into a grocery store, looked a black woman straight in the eye, and she didn't speak back. So that triggered him to get into his car and make a 15 to 20-second video about, do black women speak in the grocery store? Now, in his video, he never said that he spoke to black men or men in general and they spoke back. He never said that he spoke to other demographics of women in the grocery store and they spoke back. He only spoke on the fact that he spoke to a black woman and she didn't speak back. Now, this is my thing. First off, you never know what people are going through. The grocery store can be a challenging time for people. People are out here struggling. You don't know if this woman was choosing between groceries or gas. You don't know what's going on with eggs being about $200 a carton. You don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, nobody owes you anything. You're walking around with expectations from strangers, which leads to my second point. What were your intentions? Now, are you a decent human being or did you do it because you wanted something in return? A decent human being, if I'm walking into a door and I'm going to hold it for whoever's coming behind me. I don't care who you are. If I'm walking into a door, I'm going to open the door. I'm going to hold the door open for you. You don't have to tell me thank you. Some people do, some people don't. But if you don't tell me thank you, it's not going to trigger me to stop you and tell you to tell me thank you. And it's not going to trigger me to sit in my car at my big age and talk about the fact that, hey, I held the door open for a black woman and she didn't say thank you. Like, it doesn't make sense. What were your intentions? If your intentions aren't pure, then that's why she didn't see you anyway. You weren't doing it for the right reasons. You understand what I'm saying? It's like giving a homeless person money or giving anybody money and then trying to tell them what to do with it. Is it a gift or you want something in return? That's what it comes down to. But you can't walk around expecting people to walk around with Chick-fil-A customer service at the grocery store just to appease you. That's not how that works, sir. So I hope that this helps a little bit. I hope that you be better. But at the end of the day, you can't walk around with expectations from strangers. Regardless, everybody's going through something. This day and age, everybody's going through something, no matter your demographic, no matter your gender, everybody got something going on. So you can speak politely, and if they speak back, cool. But if they don't, just move on and say a little prayer for them. That's what it's about. I hope this helps. You be blessed.
This tells me two things. One, older people are a little bit out of touch with the younger generation, and two, the younger generation only looks to the old generation as far as what men did for women and paying all of the bills. Because as somebody who grew up with old school parents, like my mom and I are 30 years exactly apart. So when I turned 40 this year, she turned 70 like about a month after. I've seen and heard men speak to my mom in public while I'm with her, just out of politeness, okay? And like I said, my mom is a little bit older. She's had men younger than her, men older than her, about her age, all speak to her, even with me being there in her presence. And she says hello back and smiles back and she's polite about it, and it never goes any further than that. Quit trying to sit over here and act like all these men are expecting to get some ass in return just for fucking speaking to y'all. Y'all are fucking ridiculous. Y'all want to take these few examples and try to act like that's the majority of men. And this man was just asking a genuine question of just pure politeness, because I wouldn't be surprised if chances are he's probably just raised this way. And you would think the other woman who claimed to be from the South or lives in the South would understand that, but I do remember her saying she was from New York, and y'all know how I feel about New York. No, hey, I'm not trying to step on any toes when it comes to New York, but bro, some of the rudest people that I've met since I started traveling have been the times that I've spent in layovers in New York. No shade, but I'm just keeping it a buck. But in all seriousness, man, like I I think some of these women's takes are just a reach, bro. And it's not helping. It's really not helping.
Hi, everybody. This is a video response to Dr. Dex, the elderly black gentleman who came onto TikTok to say that black women were not responding to his introductions in the grocery store. In response to Dr. Dex, I have 3 stories. As somebody who's on the cusp of 29, I can remember at least 3 stories at minimum of conversations I've had that teetered on the side of inappropriate with men that fit his demographic. And by that, I mean black and older. I can't speak for any other black woman, but these are my experiences with men that fit that demographic. When I was fresh out of undergrad at 22, I was working at a school to get my feet wet in education. My student was away doing like art class or specials or something, and I was sitting in the lobby just waiting for them. There happened to be an older black man, I'd estimate maybe 56 or 57, in the lobby. He was a security guard, meaning his primary role was to keep everybody in that building safe. As I'm minding my business, this man is asking me, he says hello to me. He starts asking me about what I was doing for the weekend. And then somehow that casual encounter turned into, do you have a boyfriend? And after which he asked me if I needed a sugar daddy in my place of work. And I reported him the next day. Another instance. I think around this time I had to be like 26. I was shopping at Whole Foods. A man who I asked him how old he was. He approached me. He was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, hello, how are you doing? He was an older gentleman, reminded me kind of of my grandpa. And I just spoke back to be polite. Mind you, we're in Whole Foods. He asked me for my phone number. And I say, why? He asked to date me. I said, sir, how old are you? I'm 26. He said that he was 67. Case in point number 3. I was walking in DC maybe like 2 weeks ago at 28, and an elderly man who looked like a sanitation worker stops and tells me to smile. Him and I have it out on the street because who are you talking to? And I said to him, don't you ever in this life, if you see me again, I can't speak for any other black woman, but if you see me, don't you dare tell me to smile. Because how dare you? You sound like a white supremacist. So you mean to tell me that in order for you to be satisfied with my existence, I have to Sambo watermelon smile my way through Washington, D.C.? You got the right one today. So I said all of that to say these casual encounters, these hellos, are not merely just hellos. There's always a hidden agenda. Sneaky brown nosers with a hidden agenda. We as a collective cannot combat white supremacy when black men are stuck on patriarchy. Y'all do not have pure intentions when you are approaching women in public. And it is sad when I think about the young black girls and young black children and women that have to exist in these communities. I'm terrified. I have been insulated by the ivory towers. I've always lived in the suburbs. So to some degree, aside from some of the narcissism and misogyny I've experienced on part of my father, I've somewhat been insulated from this until living in major cities while going to school. Y'all are incredibly unsafe to be around. And I'm so happy that women on the internet and in real life are pushing back. That's it. Thank you.
I find it very interesting how you can take 3 separate situations over the course of about 6-7 years, give or take, and try to lump all men into those situations. Okay. Now, I'm not going to sit over here and try not to justify somebody's personal experiences, man. Those are your experiences. But on the flip side, y'all got to give men that same grace too. Because if I come on this platform responding to a woman being upset because she think it's not right for men to want mandatory DNA tests, but I can come on this platform and give a response like her and say, well, based on my experience, I had a woman in the past accusing me of being the father of somebody else's child, only to find out that once I did the DNA test, the child wasn't mine. Now, what if I would have never got that test done and she would have claimed that it was mine? Given that when it was a baby, it kind of favored me, so I thought the possibility might be true, only for it to not be so. Nearly 40% of DNA tests that come back end up being somebody else. So based on your logic, wouldn't that justify getting a mandatory DNA test? I think so, because supposedly, regardless of y'all situations and y'all experiences, y'all seem to think just because y'all had a couple of bad experiences that all men have these ill intentions. Like y'all are so fucking innocent. That's the problem, bro. This is why the term morally biased is becoming more and more popular on this channel. Because if it's one thing that I'm showing you guys is that this is another reason why I don't really have sympathy for these women, bro. It's like when I heard it is best described by this quote from Rick and Morty, bro. He was on stage and they were booing him, and you know what that man said? He said, "Yo, boos don't bother me because I seen what the hell y'all cheer for." And a lot of this complaining that you're hearing women talk about when it comes to this topic, I guarantee you, a lot of these women that are speaking like this, bro, when you see the shit that they cheer for, and you wouldn't have any empathy for what they over here complaining about. Let's keep it moving.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss the memo. So what is it with black women in the grocery store? You look them right in the face and you say hello, and they act like you didn't say anything. Am I missing something, or is there a memo that I did not hear about?
So since you asked if you missed anything, I'm going to go ahead and fill you in. I think a lot of women are tired. They are tired of men thinking that the slightest bit of politeness means that a woman is flirting with them. A hello, a how you doing, a smile. Women don't want to entertain men when they're grocery shopping. Oftentimes when they're at the gym, when she's working out, she doesn't want you to tap her on her shoulder while she has her headphones on and speak to her. When she's on a walk, just minding her business with her sunglasses on, her headphones, and her phone in landscape mode, she doesn't want to stop and talk to the shirtless man. Women understand that some men are only nice and polite to the women that they find attractive. So we're always very careful about how much attention and how much encouragement we give random men. Probably just want to get their groceries and be left alone. They probably just want to work out and be left alone. They probably just want to go on a walk and be left alone. Keywords, be left alone. What I think some men need to understand is not every woman is playing hard to get. Some women actually are.
Now, I should have known I find her man hating there and speaking on this situation, which is ironic because I covered her about a year or so ago and she got a whole ass husband at home, y'all. So based on this take, I'd imagine you approached him first, right? Yeah, my gut tells me that's not the case. Quit over here spreading this hate. She's like a Timu version of Drew Aflalo.
Good morning. Judge Dexter Wimbish here, aka Dr. Dex, the creepy guy in the grocery store. So by now you may have seen the video that's gone viral about me saying hello to women in the grocery store. I was not on the prowl. I was simply speaking. I'm from the South, and in the South, we greet people when we see them. If somebody looks me in the eye, I'm going to say hello. I was raised that way. I believe in God. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. My mother passed from breast cancer, and God is the way I get through life. I've seen all the comments, and I understand the plight of Black women, especially in the things they go through. I've been working in civil rights for 30 years, promoting gender equity, promoting hate crimes bill. So I understand what Black women are going through. And I also understand what Black men are going through in this country. But one thing that we can agree on is that the Black community is in trouble. If we've gotten to a point where we can't say hello to our women, we've got to figure out something. It's going to take both sides. It's going to take men and it's going to take women to figure out what it is that has us so far apart. But I'm just going to let you know, the next time you see me in the grocery store and you look at me, I'm going to say hello because I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. God is love and God is good all the time, Candace Owen. This is Dr. Dex. And remember, Dr. Dex loves you.
And the ironic thing about this is that women complain so much about men not being like him, but then he goes viral and gets this negative reaction from those very same women that complain about there's not enough men that carry themselves like him. And I even mentioned it earlier. I was like, more than likely he was probably raised that way. And he said he's from the South. Imagine that. Southern hospitality is a real thing. That's not just a popular saying. Like I I received the same type of hospitality when I went the couple times that I've been to New Orleans to visit my best friend. So, oh my God, man, this is just so sad, bro. All over a hello, bro. I don't ever want to hear. I'm telling you, bro. Every time I hear a woman complain about not being approached anymore, about not being protected anymore, y'all remember this video. Y'all remember this brother going viral. And the amount of negative reactions that he got from women. Yeah, I don't want to hear no, I don't want to ever hear a woman fucking complaining about not being approached or spoken to. I'm like, I'm going the fuck off going forward because I guarantee you, about 6 months from now, we're gonna start hearing them complain about that shit again. Probably not even that long. Y'all let me know what you thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's with the algorithm and helps to reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.